Okay, sit yourself onto your left and then come into a good cross-legged position. Just sitting on your left and just assess whether or not you are sitting evenly. So come into swastikasana, have a little wriggle about, make sure that you're feeling even at the hips, even at the feet. Pull on the knees so that you can elevate the heart area upwards, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Soften your jaw and your tongue and your throat. Look down at the floor, look at something that isn't moving. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. And then release your knees, bring your hands into Namaste, press the palms firmly together, lengthen from your armpits into your elbows. Your elbows into the heels of your hands, from the heels of your hands into the fingertips. Allow your eyes to gently close with an exhalation and focus on the sensation of filling the lungs and emptying them. Draw your chin down to meet your chest. Lift your chest up to meet your chin. Spend a moment to seek to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of gratitude for something, or someone, or somewhere. Hold on to that feeling of abundance in the heart area as you release the backs of your hands down toward your knees. Just bring the index finger and the thumb together. Just a gesture of wisdom and physical intelligence and peacefulness that we can carry into our practice. Just raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Hold onto your knees, lift up into the chest. Again, consciously drawing your shoulders down away from your ears so that you lengthen out the neck. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the right side. Draw your abdomen across and your ribs. Pay attention to your body's response to the pose. Whether there is resistance or freedom or both. So wherever there is resistance, then acknowledge that resistance, sit in that resistance, respect it, but then draw your attention beyond it into areas of the body that present little or no resistance. Draw your attention into the physical body, into the way that the seat bones connect to the ground, into the way that the feet connect to the ground. Come back to the center, hold onto your knees, lift up into your chest, and then turn to the left. Drawing your abdomen across and your ribs and your shoulders. Again, just drawing your attention inwards. So sometimes when we begin, our minds can be all over the place, just thinking of the things you have to do today. Just try and draw your attention into what you're doing now. Come back to the center. Just come off your seat bones and sit back on your heels. And then just feel that you connect to the ground. Feel how the shins connect to the floor. Feel how the shin skin feels against the mat. Consciously push the shin bones into the floor, into the shin skin, so that the thighs activate. It's almost like you create a foundation to lift out of. So press the shins into the floor. Press the shins into the floor and activate the thighs. Lift up into the chest. Keep the seat bones in contact with your heels, and then begin to come forward. Spread in your fingers, spread in your palms, and then bring the forehead down. Listen to the sound of the breath. Listen to your inhalation and your exhalation. Draw the tailbone down towards the heels. Lengthen from the hips into the armpits, into the elbows, the wrists, the palms, the fingers, the fingertips, the fingernails. Just listen to the breath. Allow there to be some pressure on the forehead. So press in the area between the eyebrows into the floor, or into a block if you can't reach the floor, is a great way to help quieten the brain, applying some gentle pressure on the forehead. Come up onto your knees, turn your toes under, have your feet as wide apart as the mat, have your hands as wide apart as the mat. And come up into dog down. Working to straighten the legs, working to lift the seat bones away from the backs of the thighs and up towards the ceiling, lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Lifting the abdomen to the diaphragm, to the collarbone, to the chin. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Doing dandasana if you're not doing dog down. and really working in both poses to activate the legs. To push the fronts of the knees through to the backs of the knees, to push the fronts of your thighs through to the backs of your thighs, to press the fronts of the shins through to the calf muscles. Turning the fronts of the legs inwards. So the more you turn the fronts of the legs inwards, the more you can pick up the seat bones away from the backs of the thighs. Fill the lungs completely. Step the feet forwards, come up into the standing position. And then have your feet as wide apart as your mat. If you have got resistance in your back that you're kind of concerned about, then have some blocks for your hands and then come forwards into half uttanasana, just extending the chin and the chest away. Otherwise, we can go into full uttanasana. So have your feet as wide apart as the mat, with the toes turning in a little. Tighten the kneecaps. Lift the chest, lift the heart area and raise your arms. So you can come forwards with straight arms or bring your arms bring hands onto your hips to come forwards if you've got a bad back. Otherwise, bring the thumbs into the crease of the elbows, wrap your fingers around your elbows, and then keep the head lifted, keep the arms lifted as you come forwards, keeping the back straight as you come down, and then hang down in uttanasana. So either half uttanasana or full uttanasana, depending on your back. So if you've got stiffness or if you've got a problem back, then maybe half uttanasana is better. So the hands on the blocks. Otherwise, lift the thighs, lift the frontal thigh muscles up towards the hip joint. Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards so that the backs of the thighs broaden outwards. Listen to the breath. Listen to the breath and allow the front of the body to release. If you're in half uttanasana, extend into the spine just as you do in full uttanasana. Okay, release your hands down to the floor, just briefly come into half uttanasana, and then bring your hands into your hips, and then come up into a standing position, bending your knees on the way up if you need to. Bring the blocks out of the way, and then stand in Tadasana. Just observe how your physical body is feeling right now. So I specify physical body, because in yoga we're not just the body, we are the breath, we're the mind, we're the observer. So the physical body, observe the activation of the kneecaps, of the legs, of the chest, of the arms, of the neck, of the head. Observe the breath. Aim for deep inhalations and exhalations. Observe the mind. Where is it? Is it in the pose in this moment, or is it elsewhere? Try and draw it in. Bring your arms out nice and wide, in towards your chest. Step or jump your feet apart. Turn your left toes in, your right leg and foot all the way out. And then come down into trikonasana. So just feel your trikonasana. Observe how it feels right now. Listen to the breath. Just look down as your head directly over your foot. If it's not, then lift the chest a little more, squeeze the front leg, buttock bone forwards. Hit the back leg towards the wall behind you. Breathe in and out through the nose if you can. Bring in equal action into the legs. So it doesn't just become right leg centric. Activate that left leg as well. And back to the center, swap the feet around, turn the right toes in, left leg and foot all the way out, and then come over to the left side. Just feel the pose in 3 dimensions. Of course, you observe the areas that feel like they resist. Will let you know that they're there. But what about the areas of the body that don't? So try to drench the body in consciousness. Be aware of the parts of the body that are quieter, rather than the areas that are yelling for attention. Come back to the center, bring your feet parallel, and then step or jump your feet back together. Come back into Tadasana. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Bring your arms out nice and wide, in towards your chest, and then step or jump your feet a little wider apart. Turn your left toes in, your right leg and foot all the way out. Stretch out from the heart area into both arms evenly. Tighten the kneecap of the left leg, and then keep that kneecap tightened as you bend the right leg, finding your right angle. So keep bending that knee until you find a right angle. For Virabhadrasana II. Keep that back leg straight, keep extending evenly out from the heart and into the arms. Take deep inhalations and exhalations. Come back to the center. Just rest your arms a second, swap your feet around, turn the right toes in and the left leg and foot all the way out. Now in this pose, it becomes very front leg centric, doesn't it? So when you bend that knee, you feel it in your thigh. And so all of your attention rushes into that region. So this time when we go into it on this side, observe that, but try and draw your attention into the back leg, into the equivalent limb on the back leg. Stretch out from the heart into the arms. Tighten the kneecap of that right leg, and then bend and find the right angle. Find the right angle. Look over the middle finger of that left hand. And as soon as those thigh muscles start to let you know that they're there on the left leg, then activate the same muscles in the right leg. Bring balance into the sensation of the pose. Keep the breath soft and deep. And then straighten the leg, bring the feet parallel, and then step or jump your feet back together. Just come back into Tadasana. So when you acknowledged that sensation, but didn't allow yourself to be driven by it, was there any change in the feeling of the pose? Was there more balance in your mental approach to the pose? Just get your breath back. Bring your arms out nice and wide in toward your chest, and then go as wide as you did for the last pose, so nice and wide, slightly wider than trikonasana. Turn the left toes in, the right leg and foot all the way out. Really tighten that kneecap of the left leg. Turn the right leg all the way out. Stretch the arms out, reaching out of the heart area evenly. And then bend, descend. Find that right angle, reach down with the left hand, with the right hand, sorry, and then reach up and over with that top arm. I run out of ceiling height a little, so can't quite be in the right alignment, but you can use a block for your hand if you can't reach, but be in the pose and feel it. Feel where the sensation is obvious, and then aim to activate that in the opposite leg, the opposite side. Come up to the center, swap the feet around, turn the right toes in, the left leg and foot all the way out. Just get your breath back. Tighten the kneecap deeply of that right leg. Bend the knee of the left leg. Stretch out of the arms evenly, out of the heart area evenly. Reach down, find the floor or the block. Look underneath the armpit. Turn the chest to face the ceiling. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Finding equal action through the areas of intensity. Come back to the center, bring the feet parallel, and then step or jump the feet back together. Come back into Tadasana. So just get your breath back. Just listen to the breath. So in parsvakonasana, chances are you really feel it here, on the kind of outside edge of the front of the thigh, really close to the hip. And if you allow it to, that feeling becomes kind of unpleasant, doesn't it? It kind of starts to kind of really smart. But the trick is to observe where you feel that intensity and then consciously activate in that precise mirror image area on the other leg. So if you feel it here on this leg, activate consciously into that opposite side, so that within that sensation you're balancing out the effort, and through that you can bring just a more balanced approach to the pose. So just allow the breath to settle. And then we're going to do parsvakonasana one more time. But I want you to do it from the prism of just observation. Observe where there is the sensation of intensity, and then find the mirror image limb and then work that. So it doesn't have to be the leg, it could be the chest, it could be one side of the abdomen, one side of the armpit chest, or one arm and the other. Just try and observe what happens and try and balance it out. Bring your arms out nice and wide, and then step or jump the feet apart. Turn your left toes in, your right leg all the way out. Keep that right kneecap tighten, and then come down. Find the floor or the block, and then turn the chest. Look underneath the armpit. Feel where there is intensity, and mirror it in the opposite leg or opposite side of the body. Come back to the center, swap the feet around, and then come into the pose on the left. Come into the pose with that intention of observation. And then come back to the center. Bring the feet parallel. And then step or jump the feet back together. Come back into Tadasana. Bring your feet hip width apart. Turn your toes in, raise your arms up. Hook the thumbs into the crease of the elbows. And then hang down in uttanasana. If there's problems with your back, then just bring your elbows onto the kind of the back of a chair or onto a tabletop or a window ledge. Just stay halfway. Otherwise, just allow the body to hang down. Going back to the legs. Back to that balance of action. That balance of observation. So perhaps one of the questions that we should ask ourselves when we're practicing is when there's an intense action that demands our attention, does that set the observation into imbalance? Is our observation balanced, or does it all rush into that area that's demanding attention? So when we feel that happening, yeah, of course, our attention is going to rush into that area, but then balance it. Just find where there is balance, find where there is observation. Release your hands down to the floor. Come into half uttanasana momentarily. If you're not doing dog down, then you can go into supta baddha. Just lay down on your back with your feet together and your knees apart. Otherwise, walk your hands forwards to the end of the mat. Have your hands shoulder width apart this time. Have your feet hip width apart. And then come up into your pose. Up into dog down or supta baddha. So again, the same thing applies. Observe where the body clamours for attention. And of course, give that area the attention it requires, but then find that balance of observation. So maybe your attention has settled a little bit. I woke up really early this morning and I've been up doing quite a lot of stuff already. And so when I came onto the mat, my mind was all over the place, just in different things that I have to do all day. Now it feels a little more in the moment, in the pose, in the sensation of the pose. So sometimes we just need to feel the pose to draw our attention and our energy inwards. Okay, come down onto your knees, sit back on your heels, and just observe the energy in the chest and in the shoulders and in the arms and in the legs, and in the breath and in the head. Just listen to the breath. Listen to the breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Lift the heart area and then come forward into Adho Mukha Virasana, trying to keep the seat bones down on the heels. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, sit yourself back onto your heels, just lift up into the chest. Just come down onto your back into supta, baddha. Have the soles of the feet together, the knees apart. Have some blocks underneath the thighs if there's discomfort in your hips. Otherwise, just use the floor, use gravity. Consciously push the feet together. So this pose can easily become utterly passive. And that's okay at times. But what happens when you activate it? So consciously push the feet really firmly together. Observe how that activates openness and a little bit of release in the lumbar and in the sacrum spine. It creates a compactness in the hips, so if you feel like you need blocks underneath your thighs, if you press your feet together, maybe you don't. Activate the feet, activate the hips, and lengthen from the hips up into the armpits, consciously lengthening those side ribs up into the armpit. So the chest broadens and activates. Stretch your arms up to the ceiling, interlock the fingers, turn the palms all the way out for asana action, and then extend your arms along the floor. Release your arms, swap the interlock of the fingers, bring the palms back up, and then stretch your arms along the floor. Keep the feet pressing consciously together. And then release your arms, release the hands, just rest your hands on your lower ribs and let the legs relax, just relax into the floor. Gently draw your knees towards each other and then get hold of your shins and pull your shins really close in towards your seat bones. Have the feet hip width apart, or as wide apart as your seat bones, maybe not as wide apart as your hips, as wide apart as your seat bones. Keep the left foot where it is and then draw the right knee in towards the chest. Flexing that right heel and drawing that knee in towards the chest. Cross the right foot over the top of the left thigh for supta kapotasana. Hold onto that right foot with the left hand and then just stretch that right knee away from the chest. So lengthen it away. And then soften that right knee. Just let the right knee become gentle. Keep the right foot, if you can, as high up the leg towards the inner groin as you can. So try and bring the heel into the inner pelvic bone on the left side, if you can. Keep that right foot where it is. Pull the left knee in, grip around the back of the left knee, and then draw that left knee in towards the body, flexing that left heel. So feel the stretch of the gluteus muscles and the backs of the thighs. So having the foot as close into the pelvic bone as you can gives you a little massage in the intestinal region, which can feel really nice. But if you want a deeper extension of the hamstrings, then you can just raise that leg up a little, raise the foot up a little closer to the knee, and then draw that knee in towards the chest. Draw that left knee in towards the chest. Really stretch out the hamstrings of that right leg. And then gently release, bring the foot back down, bring both feet back down in line with the seat bones. And just rest for a moment. And then bring that left knee in towards the chest, flexing the heel. So just bring in that knee deeply into the chest. And then bring the left foot over the top of the right thigh and then hold onto that left foot with the right hand. Again, trying to bring the heel into the inner pelvic bone on the left side. Consciously lengthen the knee away from the body, away from the chest. And then relax. Keep that left foot where it is, and then grip around the back of the right knee, flexing that right heel, and then bring that right knee in towards the chest. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Again, if you want a slightly more intense sensation, if the foot is in the thigh, in the hip even, then bring the foot up and draw it in. Just feel the difference in the hamstring stretch. Keep the tailbone down. Draw the knee in towards the chest. And then gently release. Just bring the legs back into supta baddha and allow the body to rest down into the floor. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Again, stretch your arms up, interlock the fingers, turn the palms all the way out, and then lengthen the arms away from the body, along the floor, away from the head. Just swap the interlock of the fingers, turn the palms all the way out, and then release your arms along the floor. Release your arms. Just bring the lower ribs hands onto the lower ribs. And then draw your knees together. Pull your knees in towards your chest, and then have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just a gentle massage on the spine. Just staying down on your back, bring the feet as close to the seat bones as you can, but this time bring the feet together. Bring the feet together and bring the knees together. Have some space at the sides of you if you can. Have your arms out in line with your shoulders, away from the body, palms facing upwards. Clamp the knees together, clamp the feet together. And then we're going to bring the knees over to the right side, but keep the knees together, keep the feet together, so that left foot will kind of lift off the floor a little. Draw the abdomen away from the knees, so from the right to the left, and then look over that left hand, jathara, parivartanasana. And then just gently come back to the center with the knees, keeping the feet together, the knees together, and then bring the knees over to the left, and then from the abdomen, left to the right, and look over that right shoulder, that right hand. Breathing evenly, gently, listening to the breath, moving the abdomen away from the knees. And then come back to the center. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. And then roll over onto your right side. Sit yourself up. And then just come into cross legs. Come into cross legs, hold onto your knees, lift up into the chest, elevating the heart area upwards, drawing your shoulders down. Take deep inhalations, deep exhalations, and then turn to the right side. Feel that there is evenness of the seat bones. Find that balance of action. Come back to the center. Hold onto your knees, lift up into the chest. Take a deep inhalation. And then turn to the left. And then very gently come back to the center. Just come down onto your back, and just for a moment or two we're going to go into viparita, karanhi. If you're not doing inversions, just do supta, baddha, konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Just try and keep the tailbone down as much as you can. Activating the heels, pulling the toes towards the floor. Again, just observing where there is resistance, where there is an intensity of feeling, and then try and map that into the opposite limb or onto the other side. If it's all legs and no arms, then try and even out that intensity between the arms and the legs. Try and match each other. Okay, gently bend your knees, bring your feet down onto the floor. And then roll onto your front. And rather than laying on our back, we're going to lay on our front. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, then you can lay on your back as usual. Create a little pillow for your hat, for your forehead with your two hands, and then rest your forehead down on the backs of your hands, and then rest into the floor. So it's a little bit like an upside down shavasana, a bit like the restorative surfboard pose, but without the equipment. Just allow there to be a little gentle pressure on the forehead. Just allow the body just to completely rest into the floor. Finding balance in relaxation. Okay, when you're ready, just lift your head, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and then push yourself up. Just sit back on your heels for a moment. Just observe how your energy has changed. And then come into cross legs. Just cross legs with your hands in the masti. Just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice this morning, that good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the forward bends and the twists and the inversion versions bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Just spend a moment to seek to acknowledge the positive energy you have created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then gently release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. And as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel as though you have really lifted your energy and given yourself a good sensation of energy for the rest of the day. Thank you very much for joining me.